Vou te pegar vodka, papo, explodir teu negócio tudinho. Vou te pegar vodka, papo, explodir teu negócio tudinho.
Desce, sobe, desce, sobe, no baile, desce, sobe, no baile do Elipa, desce, sobe, no baile, desce, sobe, no baile.
Você quer, você quer pra mim, você quer, você quer pra mim, você paga pra mim.
Hoje aqui no baile o bonde veio assim, taradão e bolado pra tacar o piru aí. Vou te pegar vodka, papo, explodir teu negócio tudinho. Vou te pegar vodka, papo, explodir teu negócio tudinho. Vou explodir teu negócio tudinho. Vou explodir teu negócio tudinho. Vou explodir teu negócio tudinho. She so fine. Someone tell her she so much. She follow the beat. Tell me, catch you for a get on sheets. Oh, Z, something sweet. Girl, she had it in her. All I know that when I woke up, she wasn't there. All I know is she wasn't there. Suck me to sleep. Bad bitch, suck me to sleep. Sad bitch, suck me to sleep. Nobody that was suck me to sleep. Nobody that was suck me to sleep. And it was a stolen, suck me to sleep. Lips was cold, and suck me to sleep. Never made a song like suck me to sleep. Bad bitch, suck me to sleep. Nobody that was suck me to sleep. Nobody that was suck me to sleep. And it was a stolen, suck me to sleep. Lips was cold, and suck me to sleep. Never made a song like suck me to sleep.
Twitter's live. All right, let's start the show.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu Waifu.
Mic check. Mic check, waifu, waifu. Teliano, is that you?
It's time that we reintroduce ourselves.
This is episode 238 of Mic Check Waifu Waifu. As always, it's brought to you by Patreon. Patreon.com/Mic Check Waifu Waifu. Shout out to the Patreon producers because I have them pulled up because I'm very prepared. Fucking the only thing I don't have, I got 17 monitors. Okay, I got 17 screens pulled up on each of 17 of these monitors, and I didn't have the Patreon producers put up. Shout out to the Patreon producers: Christian, the archivist; Dre, the GOAT G; Rob from Dad Needs to Talk; Johnny from Show Go High; Ked the Pro from Chaotic Culture; Explicitly, All for One Matt; Monique Williams, Nachi; Semi Sensei; Frozen, Saphir, and T Money Fingers. Thank you so much for producing this and many other episodes of the podcast. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for supporting us. Shout out to everybody that's here at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@MikeCheckWaifu. We appreciate y'all for subbing. If you're listening to the podcast version of this episode, make sure you go over to YouTube and sub. Like our newest sub, What's Up Boomin'? Shout out to him. He's in the chat right now. He said he's here to check out new content creators. We appreciate you for stopping by.
That's love.
That's love. That's love. Make sure that you go to MikeCheckWaifu.com and look on the side panel and join our Discord. Join the Anime Talk Discord where we just discuss all things anime. I'm trying not to look at chat right now because it's popping off right now. I got to get all the rigmarole stuff out the way first. That's it. That's all the rigmarole. Teliano. That's Teliano. I'm Polo, obviously, if you can see by the names on the screen. And if you're listening to this, we are here to introduce ourselves. We do this every so often because we're a long running podcast. We've been doing this for 5, almost 6 years. So we try to make sure that we give listeners a new place to come into the podcast to join us. Because it's a lot of content. It's a lot of content to get through if you're starting from one, like Semi Sensei did. Semi Sensei started from 1. Okay. Started from 1 and got all the way up to I think it was 210 or something like that when he finally caught up. So shout out to Semi Sensei. He's one of the Patreon producers. He's in the chat right now. He's a demon. But we try to give a nice jump off point for people to come into the podcast, join us, understand who we are, and just kind of go. You know what I'm saying? And not have to listen back all the way to episode 1 to figure out what Tell's top 5 is, or go to episode 150 to find out what our top 10s are, stuff like that. We just like to give a nice jump off point to where people can come in and start the podcast right here and just go. Shout out to Jay Colt too. He's one of the newer listeners. He joined during the winter season. I don't know if he's in the chat yet, but he joined recently too. And I figured this would be a good place for him to come in and get to know us a little bit better. So without further ado, I got to ask, as I always do, how my brother Tell's doing. How you doing, bro?
It's good to be here, bro. I'm good. I'm real good. It's been one of the smoothest weeks I'll say I've had in a solid minute, bro.
Yeah.
Almost I ain't gonna say no stress, but the stress has been minimal. Cool with the kids has been good. I've been good. Wife been good. My mom, talked to my mom a couple times. It's been a real smooth week. So nothing to complain about. Anime was solid this week. So yeah, it was a good week, brother. How about you?
Man, this is probably one of the best winter seasons we had since we started doing the podcast. I'm gonna just say it now. I do believe this is one of the best seasons we've had for sure, because these shows are just doing so good. It's so good. Just to put it into perspective, it's about 21 shows that are in the winter rotation for me. I'm still trying to put together my list for Discord so they can see what days we watch what episodes and stuff. So that's still coming soon. But
right, we need that. It's
a great week, man. It's a great week. I've been stuck in video games, man, between Enshrouded and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Infinite Wealth is out. I've been just gaming hardcore. So it's kind of throwing off my mojo a little bit when it comes to doing content, doing our content and shit. But we got it working, man. We got it working. Make sure if you're on Patreon, you link your Spotify to your Patreon account so you can get access to the After Story. The After Story podcast is crazy. It's like therapy for us. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure you do that. And even if you're not a Patreon supporter, still join that After Story feed, because it does have some free episodes in there you can check out too. Okay, so as far as reintroduction goes, let's start here. Okay, I'm Polo. Okay, I'm a Twitch streamer and podcast host. This is my only job. This is all I do. I've been doing it since about 2015. And I am mostly on this podcast the slice of life nerd. Like any shows that is slice of life, that's my bag. I got about my Anilist says 669 shows. Nice, but it's probably more than that. It's probably more than that. That's not updated. But I'm the slice of life guy on the podcast. I'm not a big shonen fan whatsoever. So if you hear me with gripes on how I talk about shows like recent example, Undead Unluck or Shangri-La or anything like just typical shonen, I'm not really that big of a fan of. So my point of view might come off as a little bit negative towards those particular things, but I'm still very objective when it comes to that. If something's good, I'll say something's good. If something's bad, I'll tell you something bad in probably the most mean way. I don't know how to hold back. Okay. It's been like this all of my life. Just a little quick side story about me. When I was 2 years old, okay.
Oh my
God, you know the story already. When I was 2 years old, my grandmother picked me up one day and she was just holding me in her arms, and we used to live across the street. God rest her soul. I love you, grandhouse. Miss you. But when I was 2 years old, I looked at my grandhouse and said, I thought only men supposed to have mustaches. And from there, I've been bluntly honest about everything. Even if it may come off mean, I don't intend it to be mean. It's just my personality, unfortunately. So bear with me if I say something about a show that you hate. Don't hate me for it, okay? I'm very honest and I'm very blunt, and it may come off as asshole-ish, but I'm not trying to be. I'm a very nice guy.
That's true. He is a nice guy. Second nicest guy you'll ever meet.
For sure. Tell being the first demon. Tell being the first nicest guy you may knew. That's Tell over there. I'm gonna let him do his thing now.
All right. So yeah, like Polo, this is mostly what I do with my free time. I am a personal trainer though, and I do have a part-time job as well. I just be out here. I'm always busy, always doing something. I'm a father, husband, this is my fourth state we done lived in. So I'm out there. We wild. We just live life and have a good time. But yeah, I am not your resident slice of life head, although I have recently gotten into it more. I do enjoy more of the power of friendship than Polo does. So if y'all ever want to see that, if y'all want a mecha to get watched and Polo's not gonna watch it, I'll watch it for you. If you want to read some manga, I'm here for that too. But yeah. That's mostly what my cup of tea and specialty is around here.
For sure. Hope you enjoyed that. Now, we are live again for the podcast listeners, so we are going to be reading some from the chat. Let's slide over to the chat and say what's up to a few people. Young Simi popped in and said, never fails. Yep. Fear is in here. What's up, Fear? Saphir, one of the Patreon producers. Dad Needs to Talk. Make sure y'all check out Dad Needs to Talk podcast. He's a Patreon producer, as well as just an overall good dude. A show that I absolutely enjoy. Like, his podcast is incredible. It's mostly him solo, too. It's pretty dope. Like I said, we got Metro Boomin. Apparently, he's a content creator, so make sure y'all go show what's up, Boomin, some love. I know we are after this show. We're going to definitely support Anima, what's up, Vash? I'm hoping that's you. What's up, baby? Good to see you. Thank you for Mind Force. Young Simi said, came a long way from catching up on the old eps and listening live. Let me put on my glasses because I can't read this shit. Our homie Huey TJ says, y'all doing the One Piece remake? Yeah, of course.
That's how many episodes we trying to have.
We trying to hit up to 1,000, like One Piece. And then Anima says, that's commitment. Frozen. Another Patreon producer said, this season is heat. And he's absolutely right. I got something to say about this season too. Rob J from Shogo High and Inside the Mind of a Blur says, salute. I need something to listen to on Tuesday, so I don't want to be spoiled. I'll wait to hear the pod then. Much love, y'all. We appreciate you for stopping in. Anyway, we appreciate that. TCB NYC, our favorite resident anime talk in our Discord. He's dope. All for One Matt, another Patreon producer. Season has been fire. Absolutely. This season's been heat. What's up, Boomer says. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Let's see here. Hey, J. Lee Trey, one of the Patreon producers from Shogo High and Chaotic Culture. What's up, baby? Good to see you. So we are live on Twitter and YouTube We're trying the Twitter thing. It looks fire. It looks fine. Everything looks good. There's a live chat and everything on Twitter, so that's fire. I don't know if anybody can talk in it, but that's dope. Yeah, I got that pulled up as well. Damn, the quality on YouTube looks insanely good. Holy shit. All right. Now, in this episode, besides reintroducing ourselves, we're going to readjust our top 10s, okay? So the way I do my top 10s, and this is the way I'm going to teach y'all, because Tell still hasn't done this on his Anilist, but I digress. Let me see if I can find my screen capture here. Is this it? No, that's not it. Oh, here it is. Boom. Anilist. Okay. So let me see if I can zoom out here. Pop this up. What I do for my profile. Sorry, it's some real life editing going on right now. What I do for my profile is I set my top 10 right here. This is my old top 10, so stick with me. This is my Anilist profile. Obviously, as you can see, all the shows I've been watching and everything. And this is my top 10. This is getting edited today, though. So my old top 10 starts off with this, and I'll start first, okay? My old top 10 starts off at number 10 with Made in Abyss. Number 9 was Golden Time. Love that fucking show. Number 8 was Astro Lost in Space. Number 7 was My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu. Number 6 was Steins Gate. Number 5 was 86. Number 4 was Grimgar, A Fantasy in Ash. Number 3 was Summertime Rendering. Number 2 was Clannad. And number 1 was ReZero. So that'll be my top 10 list. Frozen just said that he just rewatched Grimgar. It's peak, absolutely peak.
And Huey TJ, I'm going to start Grimgar tonight because Teliano. Hey.
Oh my God, yes. Please do. It got a fire dub too.
Credit for that too.
100%.
That's beautiful.
100%. I love hearing. Sorry, I was going to read what Anima said. Is I love hearing ReZero talk and still haven't watched one day. That's a problem. That needs to be fixed. All right, but go ahead.
I still got my last top 10 that we did. So my number 10 was No Game No Life. Number 9 was SAO. Number 8 is Fire Force. Number 7 was Noragami. Number 6 was Astro Lost in Space. Number 5 was Made in Abyss. Number 4 was 86. Number 3 was Remake Our Life. Number 2 was Summertime Rendering. And number 1 was ReZero.
What a list.
We got some similarities on our list, but we also got some differences.
True. So before we get into the top 10, I just want to let everybody know that there's a couple of shows that I added to my watch list, and it's mostly Crystal's fault because I'm friends with her on Anilist, and I saw what she was watching. It's Fluffy Paradise, bro. I want to talk about this before we start to readjust our list. Let's get the new season stuff out the way first. Fluffy Paradise is absolutely incredible, by the way. So I wanted to get that out there. Make sure you add Fluffy Paradise to your list because I promise you will enjoy it. What a great show. It's an adorable show. Something that is also new, like that's newer for me this season is the shoujo space. Because I'm not a big shoujo guy either. As much of a slice of life fan I am, I'm not a big shoujo guy. But something about this season shoujo has been on point. Some of the best yet. I did see Tell finally watch Sasaki and Peeps, so I got to get his thoughts on his first 2 episodes.
I watched all of it.
All 4. Okay, talk to us about Saki and Peeps.
It's fire. All right, that's just the base level entry. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting that. I know you talked about it had that 40-minute episode, and it did it so much justice. I got halfway through and I was like, wait, this does not seem like it's over, and I was very happy that it wasn't. But that isekai, but also like countermeasuring it and balancing it with the real world or their real world, I think is exponentially dope. Is crazy. I do wish that we got a little bit more of that transition to the real world, like what he's doing and how he's developing that. But I imagine we're going to get that down the line somewhere. But it actually is really good. It looks good too. And then we kind of get this plot line where I'm at in the fourth episode, where it seems like we're getting some kind of introduction to what an antagonist might be for it. So without going too far into spoilers, it's good, bro. It's real good. I'm thoroughly surprised.
It's real good. I just want to give a special shout out to our brother. He's literally basically grew up with us. He's one of the best fighting game players I know personally. CJ, aka Kyle Wolf. I fucking love this guy. He came in y'all crusty. He just came in hot. He wouldn't be CJ if he didn't. And then he said spell Izakai. Even though he spelled it wrong. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Yeah, Crystal, thank you for Fluffy Paradise. Fluffy Paradise is incredible. You got coffee in that cup, Till? Good question.
It's empty right now.
Huey TJ says Saki and Peeps is a sleeper. That's a fact. That's a fact. J. Lee Trey, he talking about Sign of Affection being greater than everything, and he's absolutely right. During the podcast, every week we do an episode of the week. We got to pick our episode of the week, which means whatever weekly show we watch, we got to pick what's our favorite. And this week for me, it's been 3 weeks in a row. I think I did seventh time loop. I'm gonna have to go with it again.
Okay.
I gotta go with 7 time loop again. Something about 7 time loop is probably one of my favorite shows. I keep saying it this season. That's not a reoccurring for sure. That and Solo Leveling, obviously, but we won't get to that, I'm sure, later.
That's surprising. I'm not saying like that being episode of the week is surprising, but the fact that you really embracing this show.
I fucking love it, bro. I love it so much. Signs of Affection is right there, though. But again, it's that gap. It's the gap between these two shows for me. Funny enough, as great as Signs of Affection is, 7 time loop gap is still just up here, only because the characters are just so much more like they just
fleshed
fucking
out at this
they fleshed out, and they moving like they moving different, and I like it. I like it a lot.
My episode week is different, although I have chosen this one before. Delicious in Dungeon. I feel like they're doing something great on this show. The way they introduced specifically some of the world building and understanding how different elements and whatnot in the dungeon works with this. Delicious in Dungeon, I don't think is really talked about enough at this point for me. So I'm gonna make that my episode of the week because it was just too good not to bring up again. Yeah,
and that's the sad part about Delicious in Dungeon is I always forget I watch it. I watched it, but I forgot I watched it. But it is so very good. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, it's so many different levels. It's good that it's just all of it.
100%. It's sad that it's like it's slept on, but I think it's because of Netflix, man. I think if it was on Crunchyroll, it'd be different. And Frozen says Arno Hine is that boy. He's definitely Himothy for sure.
Oh yeah, crazy.
That boy is definitely Himothy. 7 time loop is fantastic. Crystal says I'm here for the 7 time loop agenda. Also, Frozen says all for one. Matt says 7 time loop is very good. It's too good. It's
crazy.
Now, CJ, it might not be your cup of tea because it's definitely a slice of life for the most part, right? Like, what'd you say?
I mean, yeah, but it's more about like I guess
like chaplets.
It's definitely slice of life, but I guess the politics side of it
smooth.
makes it feel more action oriented. Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different. It's one of the ones that I would say that I'm proud I picked up because I had no plans of touching it, no plans of touching the show at all, which is crazy, and it's one of my favorite shows. What's up, Boomer says I could do some slice of life. Dope. I'm glad. All right, so now
like this season worth it.
It's definitely worth it. Do you really? Let's go, CJ. I didn't know this. Now I got to force him to watch Clannad. If I can get CJ to watch Clannad, I literally think my life will be complete. I do. If CJ can watch Clannad, CJ, if you could do that for me, it got a dope dub. The dub is fantastic. The characters are dope. You got to watch it all though. You can't not watch it all. I know you all about them hands, man. I know you are, man. You all about them guns and gats, not fishers and hats and shit. But this,
you know CJ like me, bro. He gonna be on the floor.
I know. I need them to be. I need them to be, bro. I need them to be. I need everybody to be. Clinat, I got you, bro. I got you. I'm about to spell it for you right now.
Oh my God.
My life is complete. All right. Crystal. Crystal know how sad Clinat is. It's great, man. It's my number 2. All right. So now to get into the damn, I don't even know what I'm gonna do for my top 10. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Till. Because my top 10, I'm looking back on it, is pretty fire.
Mm-hmm.
But let's make these adjustments. Let's do it. All right, starting the top 10. I'm just gonna tell y'all now. I'm probably taking out Made in Abyss. Okay, I love it. Hi, Saber. I love Made in Abyss a lot, but I don't think it's gonna make it. So I'm just gonna tell y'all now. Made in Abyss is out because I have to make room. And I don't. Is this even allowed? Like, are we even allowed to put in a show that's not finished?
Hey,
I think everybody know where I'm going with this, but
I don't think I can really speak on it. But my list is altered because of that as well. So it'd be like that. It is certainly like that sometimes.
Chat, what y'all think? Does the YouTube chat or even Twitter chat, if anybody's out there on Twitter, does anybody think it's okay to have a show that's not even done yet in your top 10? I'm gonna let y'all. I would say no. Christian says you do whatever y'all want. That's true. Sure, why not? Fear. Okay, we got 1 no, 2 yeses. I'm gonna call what Crystal said a yes. Ain't no rules.
Hey, for real though.
I'm doing it, bro. Might as well. Cause same. Crystal's the same.
What they gonna do? Fight us?
It's true. Might as well. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Okay. Damn, this is tough, man. This is tough. All right.
CJ is tripping, man.
I'm going to just say it. Rent Free is in my top 10. Where? I don't quite know yet. How do you spell Rent Free again?
FRIEREN.
I'm gonna just go to it the way I know how to go to it. There we go. This show Free Rent is fantastic. Gorilla, huh? This show Free Rent is absolutely fantastic, and this is definitely going in my top 10. There hasn't been one episode. We are, to be fair, it's 28 episodes. We are on episode 22, 21, or 22 is coming out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm adding Free Rent to the list. In this list, Made in Abyss has to exit. So Made in Abyss is gone. Free Rent is added. I don't know where yet, but
we can make adjustments. I got that 10 for you, bro.
So make sure you go into your Anilist too, and you heart your shows that you're looking up to. I'm helping you build your top 10 list too.
All right.
But if you're on Anilist, if you click this heart right here, it adds it to your favorites list, and then you can remove stuff and add stuff as you want. You can have a top 100 if you want, but as long as you hit this heart, it'll show up on your profile down here. So now that I hearted, Free Rent is down there now. So just keep that in mind. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to remove from the favorites and go back to my profile. All right. So Free Rent is added. Made in Abyss is gone. I don't know where stuff is going to go yet, though.
That's crazy. All right. So my number 10, because I got my list already.
We just watched 20. Sorry, Huey TJ just corrected me. We just watched episode 20. So appreciate that, Huey. We got 8 episodes.
All right. Number 10 for me is My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu Climax. Essentially just the whole thing in itself. But yeah, bro. Yes.
10 is My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu.
To me, that is a borderline perfect slice of life.
Yeah.
Perfect slice of life. I couldn't ask for more. I know that after rewatching the whole series, my first 7 episodes, whatever, I thought it was slow. I still think it's slow, but I get it. I get why it felt slow. But yeah, it's almost a perfect slice of life. That's crazy.
Yeah. The one thing about My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu, when we did that rewatch, I did not. Still to this day, I don't know where the slowness came from, because and what's funny is that Tell thought that about My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu. But I thought he was going to think that about Clannad, and it was the opposite. He didn't think that about Clannad, because to me, Clannad at the beginning was very slow. So with Clannad being very slow at the beginning, at least I thought, and he not thinking that, but he thinking My Team Romantic Comedy Snafu is, I was a little taken back by that, you know? But I think My Team Romantic Comedy Snafu is one of the greats. It's definitely in my top 10 list. If I had to put it somewhere still, it might be right where it is still right now. I'm going to put, dude, I don't even know what my number 10 is, man. I'm ill prepared, bros. I'm ill prepared.
Oh my goodness.
Number 10 is Golden Time still. I'm still keeping Golden Time there. So Golden Time is my number 10. You can watch Golden Time on High Dive, by the way. Golden Time is one of the most emotional slice of lives I watched. It had me just as emotional as Clannad did. It's very, 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 very good. Great cast of characters. It has what I like. Well, not what I like, because I hate this shit, but it got mess in it. It's messy. It's a messy slice of life. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of my favorites. It's at number. It dropped to number 10 though, because it was much higher. But that's my number 10, Golden Time. The main character, Kaga, she's probably one of the freshest main characters in anime, even back then. This came out in 2013, and she's like, she was so drippy. She was always drippy. She's one of the female characters that always change her clothes, like Botan and what you call it. She always changed her outfit, and she was always fresh. So Golden Time is definitely number 10 for me.
Oh man. All right. Number 9 for me, I think is it actually technically moved up one spot. SAO it's on Crunchyroll, Hulu, and Netflix, but Sword Art Online, number 9 in my top 10. It's just, to me, it's a very nostalgic series, but I think that a lot of people, after they fell off, they didn't keep up with the Alicization part. And to me, I was just like, man, how did y'all miss that continuation? But yeah, SAO, love the series in general.
That's number 9, huh?
Yeah, number 9. You got SAO on your list?
Not at all.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say.
You know I love I love SAO. The archivist just hit me with the Dongo song, and it made me reminisce. I love SAO, but it just cannot be there for me, unfortunately. I think the show that kind of that hit number 9 for me would probably be Astro Lost in Space. I'm keeping it in my top 10 list. It definitely belongs there. It's a great show, but it's definitely further down in the list. So that moves down to number 9, Astro Lost in Space. If you haven't watched Astro Lost in Space, please do. It was our first rated 10 out of 10 anime that when we did reviews. It was the first 10 out of 10 for us. So make sure you check out Astro Lost in Space if you haven't. It's absolutely fire.
Yeah. Astro Lost in Space. All right. So, all right, number 8 for me is Fire Force. And I'm ready for that to come back. I think Fire Force, you already know how I feel about Fire Force. Very slept on. I love the creator it came from, audibly, animation wise, character wise, world building wise, story wise. It's a great show, from top to bottom. 100%. I think it's. I'm so excited for it to come back whenever it comes back. When are we getting it back? We need it.
I know. I think he was working on something else. Oh, Undead Unluck. That's right. The studio's working on Undead Unluck. So we probably won't see that for a while, unfortunately, because Undead Unluck kind of took that spot, unfortunately, again. It pisses me off so much. Let's talk to chat a little bit here. We got a lot going on in chat. CJ says it's dope. It's dope as fuck catching my bros stream live. Hey, it's dope seeing you too, man. I fucking love seeing those reels of you popping off on Tekken 8, by the way. Those are fantastic. So keep those coming. The archivist says the last Sunday of every month. Yep, that's when we live. All for one Matt says facts tell. I think it is when you was talking about what was your number 10?
Number 10 for me is My Turn Romantic Comedy Snafu.
Yeah, it was when you was talking about that. And then Crystal says, now that High Dive got season 2 finally, I can watch it. It has season 2 for My Team Romantic Comedy Snafu on High Dive now. Yes, Crystal, please do. Please do. And there's one episode I want you to watch, Dub, and I think it's in season 2. Let me know when you get one. The audio cut out. I'm good. Can I still be heard? Hello?
I couldn't hear you. Maybe that's what it was.
Oh, the sound tripped out. Okay. It should be working now, right? We good?
Yeah. All right. Now I can hear everything again. I couldn't hear you first.
Mic check. I was just reading what everybody's saying, so we're good. Yo, no way, QP baby. Ain't no way QP baby just popped up in here.
Did he though?
He is, Rabbit Nero right there. Not only do we got CJ in here, we got QP baby. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know what happened. I think my mic got unplugged somehow. It's whatever. All I was doing was just reading the chat anyway. Okay. So we good. We should be good. Oh, that's dope. I just got so excited from seeing QP baby and CJ. You good now? I'm in this beat. What's up, baby? That's my guy. That's another one of our brothers. Like another one.
Years.
It's absolute years, man. I love that guy. All right, so we're both back now. Sorry about that, but I was just reading the chat, reading what everybody else said. Back to the top 10 now, Tel. What number were we on?
I just said my number 8. Technically, this would be your fourth anime spoken of.
My what?
Because you said Freerun is in your list somewhere, but you didn't say number 8.
Oh, so I'm on my number 8 now.
Yeah.
My number 8 is My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu. It stays in the top 10. It's again one of the greatest slice of life of all time. So absolutely, My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu is number 8. One of the ones I enjoyed the most watching all the way through. It's one of the slice of life that you have a nice beginning, middle, and end. It's not like it ends somewhere ambiguous, which is what I hate about slice of life anime. But this one doesn't end ambiguous. It actually gives you an ending, and it's controversial. To be fair, it's a controversial ending. Am I wrong? Like,
I mean,
you know. But it's an ending nonetheless, so make sure y'all check that out. My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu.
They definitely could have gave us a worse cliffhanger.
100%. Every slice of life movie you've ever watched always leave us with blue balls. Every fucking trip, they leave us high and dry and just with bullshit. So yeah. Yep.
All right. So number 7 for me, and I know I said it earlier, Noragami. It's still one of my favorites.
Noragami. You really love Noragami.
I love Noragami, bro. I love Noragami. I'm gonna buy the manga and I'm gonna read that. And if there's a light novel, I'm gonna buy that and I'm gonna read that. But yeah, Noragami is just a series. It does have a. I know it's very shonen-y. It's not something that you and I both constantly indulge in, but it's just one of those series that is stuck with me. It's one of my guilty pleasures. It's
a good show.
Man, it's a favorite of mine.
It's
and
definitely a great show.
I love the theology of it, the historical aspect of it. That's always gonna be stuff I like to nitpick with and mess around with. So Noragami is definitely one of my favorites of all time.
All right, so Noragami needs a season 3. Crystal says for sure.
I agree.
QP Bibit says, "See my brothers live and had to watch." We appreciate that, man. We truly do appreciate that. And sorry about the audio issue again. It's me hitting my mic, being a doofus.
Oh, don't do that. You good? You good?
Anyway, what number? I'm on 7.
Yes, sir.
My number 7 may come as a shock to you guys.
Okay.
It's Summertime Rendering.
Okay.
It moves down my list from number 3 to number 7.
I can feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That all right? That all right with y'all? Just a heads up. Summertime Rendering is a psychological thriller. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That is intense. Very, very action oriented. A lot of twists and turns. Very, very, very dramatic. If you haven't watched Summertime Rendering, I strongly suggest you do. This is another anime that got. Did we review this? We didn't, right?
I don't think we did.
We didn't. It probably would be a 10 if we did. But yeah, it's a very, very great show. Very great show. Summertime Rendering. The thing with it is, after sitting with it, because we did our top 10 list shortly after Summertime Rendering was finished. So I was riding the high of Summertime Rendering. While I do believe it is a great show, it absolutely is a great show. To be third on my list was outrageous. It was kind of high. So I bring it down. I kind of calm down a little bit, and I do think it's very, very good though. I do think it still belongs in the top 10, just not as at third place, essentially. My telly main, what you got for us?
I understand why Polo made the decision he made to move Made in Abyss out of his top 10, but Made in Abyss is number 6 for me. It is
okay. I'm glad.
It's after watching season 1, watching the movies, and then watching season 2. I'm just like, come on, man. This show has too many elements, too many layers, too many different things that go crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm still standing on Bandru is the best anime dad ever. Easily top 1 anime dads in the world. So yeah.
You're a demon for that.
Made in Abyss gotta stay there. So number 6 on my list is Made in Abyss. You can watch it on Crunchyroll, Netflix, and Amazon Prime.
Fear says, why did it move? I respect it still being in the top 10. Yeah, it's still in the top 10. And why it moved? Because something else belongs there. And and the thing that belongs there, I think is still, I find it to be, when you step back in Polo's shoes and you watch this, a show in a genre that I fucking hate. I'm going too far ahead. We're gonna continue. But yes, Summertime Rendering is right there, and at number 7 for me. Number 6 for me, this is really easy. It's Free Run. Number 6 is Free Run, only because it probably could move up in this list, and I'll let y'all know this if it happens. But it's Free Run is number 6 right now on my list because it's not done. Only because it's not done. So it's number 6 because it's not done, but number 6 is definitely where it belongs. It's definitely for me ahead of where Summertime Rendering is. Matt, All For One Matt says it's on my list. One of the Patreon producers again, by the way. It's on my list, but I haven't watched Summertime Rendering yet. Definitely watch Summertime Rendering. You will understand why it's on our list. What's that show that everybody liked that us two as hosts hate?
Fairy Tale, Black Clover.
No. I don't think people love Fairy Tale or Black Clover as much. But fuck, what is it? I fucking hate Black Clover, by the way. I just want to get that out there. Heavily Delusion.
Oh yeah.
That's the show. Yeah. It's Heavily Delusion stinks. but Summertime Rendering and Heavenly Delusion is kinda in that same realm. It's just one is trash and the other is perfection, you know?
That one's a psychological thriller, one's a psychological attempt.
That's a good way of putting it. Heavenly Delusion is garbage, and it will remain garbage forever. But yes, that it belongs. It's so good. It's so good. Definitely watch Summertime Rendering though. I got to keep going that. But Free Run is definitely number 6 because I already said it's fantastic. Tail, you're number 5, I think, right?
My number 5 is Free Run, and it's not higher strictly because it's not done yet. Like, I feel like I could put it in my top 5, but it can't exceed 5 because it's not done yet. But I agree with Polo entirely that as soon as it's done, it's probably going to go up because it's crazy. Mm-hmm. It's a crazy good show. I was literally just telling my wife, I'm upset with Fullmetal Alchemist fans. Me being a Fullmetal Alchemist like aficionado, a lover, and a fanboy, I'm sorry that Fullmetal Alchemist fans went and downvoted Free Run because it surpassed Fullmetal Alchemist in ratings. That's trash. I hate
garbage. It's a garbage way of doing things.
But Free Run is an amazing show so far, and I feel like when it's done, it's just gonna leave us with so many expectations that so many shows can't fill, and it's already done that in 20 episodes. It's crazy. So yeah, Free Run is number 5.
You gotta think. I said this before in a prior episode, but Free Run and Jobless Reincarnation is carrying the fantasy genre, even though Jobless Reincarnation is an isekai, I know, but Free Run is literally carrying the fantasy genre on his back between Jobless and Free Run. What it is about those two particular shows is they're immersive. It's not in like it. I think Overlord belongs there too. A psychological attempt. I think what Free Run and Jobless and Overlord does is the immersion of the world itself, and that's top tier. That's top tier quality stuff. Now this is where my list takes a slight deviation. I think. Hold on. I'm looking. Okay.
Yeah, number 5.
Yeah, my number 5. This is where it kind of changes, I guess, a little slightly. My number 5 is going to be Grimgar. I'm reordering the list for Grimgar being, I think Grimgar was 4 last time. It's going to number 5. And there's no questions about it. Grimgar is, again, a very special isekai. The only problem with Grimgar is that it blue balled us. We don't get any more. Like it ends in a place where there should be more, but there's not going to be. And that is the problem. Okay. That is the absolute problem with Grimgar. If it was more, I'm going to just say this now. Free Run is probably going to move Grimgar further back in the list if it completes at the pace that it's going. I'm going to just put that out there now. Free Run can definitely replace Grimgar in its entirety if it continues, if it ends well. And again, it has to it got to fall off of it has to fall into the Made in Abyss to fall out of my list. You know what I'm saying? Or even higher than 6. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to just fall off. But yeah, that's
not happening.
Grimgar is number 5. Still a fantastic isekai. One of the most realistic ones where you get isekai into another world, but you're not overpowered. And that is the most special thing about the show. That's all I'm going to say about it. That's not a spoiler. It's literally the first 2 minutes of the episode. But watch it if you haven't. Another show that's very immersive and great character development. Fantastic character development with everybody in it. I love it. All right, Tel.
All right.
Number 4.
So my list is actually practically the same once you get to this point. My number 4 is 86. Not much to say about it other than the fact that it's literally just 86. If it's a show with now, if you don't like mecha, I get it, but this ain't that. This is a whole story, a solid story told in this how do you say that? It's like a story split up, told simultaneously, but it's so engaging. Every detail that they give you in 86 to actually fall in love with these characters, to me is like a whole grip. The show is worth every bit of it. Yeah. And the only bad thing about the show was the wait. So yeah.
Oh shit. The archivist just hit us with something. He says, which is Christian. He says, episode 168. I believe that's a summertime murdering hype one. Not sure if it's the review since I'm trying to watch the live. Oh, okay. So I don't think we reviewed it with 168. But yeah, okay. I appreciate that. Damn, how did you find that? So how do you find that shit so fast, Christian? You're insane. You're a demon. Oh, we did a review, Crystal says.
He said not sure if it's review though.
Oh, wait, you still haven't watched Summertime Rendering, Crystal? That hurts my hearts too. Yeah, okay. Okay, haven't watched it, but it reminds me of Violet Evergarden. Nah, man, you gotta watch it, man. You gotta watch it. If you're talking about free reign, you gotta watch it. All right, my list is kind of just as you see it. Number 4 for me is Steins Gate. Steins Gate is still going to be in my top 10, all 3 seasons, plus the OVA. The very necessary OVA you have to watch to go to season 3. But Steins Gate is, again, my favorite, mostly because of the characters. I love every single one of these characters like they were my friends, okay? It's very deep how deep that well goes, and then how the twists and turns that happen. I can't say that. Every time we talk about Steins Gate, I always want to talk about episode 1, and I just can't, because you watch episode 1 and you just watch it, right? It's just a normal episode. But Steins Gate is for sure is one of the best psychological time thrillers out there. I still hold it over Summertime Rendering only because it's nostalgic and it's like it just has that special place in my heart. Objectively speaking, it's not better than Summertime Rendering. I wouldn't say that, but subjectively, in my personal opinion, I like it more. Yeah, after Summertime Rendering kind of settled down, and calmed down. Still a great show, still one of the best shows ever. But Steins Gate is up there for me for sure.
Steins Gate was the first anime that Polo introduced me to that I hated. I hate it with a passion. I tried to watch it. I tried to watch it 3 times. The first 2 times I had to turn it off. Mm-hmm. And then the third time it stuck. And I was like, I really hate Polo. I really hate Polo.
He mean that in the good way, by the way.
I do. I mean it in a good way. Not that it was bad, but it was like, sometimes there's an episode threshold that you have to reach before something really strikes that chord.
Sometimes, yeah.
And Steins Gate is amazing. So yeah,
for sure.
My number 3. Breaking top 3 now. Remake Our Life. I'm still
Remake Our Life
is
still there.
I'm still keeping it there, bro.
Wow, I love it.
And to me, this is a very special anime. I think that in general, 100% for people like us. Like I said, I love gaming. Sometimes I wish I went to school for gaming. Sometimes I wish I went to school to make games instead of just like doing digital art and whatnot like that. But man, it's such a beautiful show, visually, audibly. Once again, great storyline. And I want more, but I don't need more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want more, but I don't need more. I'm perfectly fine with how Remake Our Life ends. So yeah. Another beautiful story, and it's nice, quick, and get it over with and it's done.
Yeah, easy, great choice, man. That is definitely in my top 20, probably top 15 if I would have had to guess, but it can't be any higher because Golden Time is it's better than Remake Our Life. My Teen Romantic Comedy, Snafu, Clannad, those are just better to me, but Remake Our Life is definitely top tier slice of life for sure. For sure. Number 3, like I said earlier, is the list is just as you see it here. 86. 86 is for every reason that Tell said, but what it is that the fact that there was a mecha that was able to catch my attention and hold me, because the genre I hate the most outside of I hate shonen, but I hate mecha anime. Like I cannot stand it. Like it's like Evangelion. And that's it. I mean, I like All Noah Zero too, but that was All Noah Zero is pretty good, but I I think 86 is literally one of the best shows of all time, and it's easily top 3 for everything the reasons Tell said. But it's the pacing of that show that's perfect. The pacing of 86 is perfect. It can't be beat. Like, I don't think a show can beat 86 in its quality. Like animation, music, and like storytelling. I don't think nothing can beat it. So number 3.
Of all the characters in that show, love all of them.
Yep. Crystal says I was waiting for Summertime Rendering to be legally available, and when it did, life happened. I will watch it, I promise. Crystal, if you could take the time to set aside other stuff to watch Summertime Rendering, that'll make us really happy. It is 24 though, so I completely understand that. That's a damn commitment. It's kind of hard to, especially with all the fucking. It's a lot of words in that show. Like something about Summertime Rendering. Watching it, I was reading for days. It felt like I read 16 chapter books when I was done with one episode. It's a lot of words, so just be ready for that mentally. Hey, Frozen says shout out to Haruhiro the game for sure. Grimgar's great. Christian also says Remake Our Life is goated, and he says he still needs to watch Steingate, but Power World is kicking my butt. I got 3 worlds I'm building in. And he also says Attack on Titan is a mecha. Might as well be. And Crystal says I had my sister watch Remake Our Life and she loved it. You know what? That's a conversation we can have. Remake Our Life is probably one of the best starter animes too, if you haven't watched anime before. I'm not sure if Crystal's sister is not into anime or whatever, but I'm just thinking about that for some reason, and I think it would be a good one for sure.
Yeah. Because it's very, very simple. Very. For sure. Here's the characters and here's what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Number 2 for me, still to this day, ain't moving. Clannad. I am doing. I guess I'll say it here. I said it on the after story, but I'm gonna say it here. I am doing an episode with the Wonder of Anime podcast. Lisa, we're going to do her show. Each of us is going to do her show individually. And the show I'm doing is Clannad. So make sure you check out the Wonder of Anime for when her episode drop with me. It's going to be all about Clannad, and I'm gonna TED talk the fuck out that show. So be ready for that. If y'all not hit, the Wonder of Anime is doing her season 2 of her podcast, and the way she's doing it is she's having guests come on and bring their favorite anime and to discuss it. And this is the one I'm going to discuss, and I'm gonna sell it. You know, I'm gonna sell it. That's all I'm gonna say. Clannad is goated. Tell, what's your number 2 or number 1?
It's a heartbreak in the can. That's what it is.
Is this your number 1 or number 2? I can't remember.
It's my number 1.
Okay,
it's my number 1. Oh no, it ain't. Because my number 2 is Summertime Rendering. That's what it was. My number 2 is Summertime Rendering. Yeah. Summertime Rendering has not moved for me, and mostly because like, where else am I put it? Where else am I put a show like this? And it's a lot of it is because like I find myself breaking down the story more over time, digesting it more over time, and I feel like the show just consistently gets better with more thought you put into it. So Summertime Render, I couldn't put it down yet. I do think, like I said, depending on how Freerun goes, it could push Summertime Rendering back, but not yet. Not yet.
Interesting, man. I was not expecting Summertime Rendering still be as high. That's interesting. Okay. And my number 1 is the GOAT. ReZero. ReZero is still my number 1 anime. I do want to do a rewatch of that soon, but it's really hard to when I'm watching 21 episodes a week. It's so fucking hard to do. Or 21 shows a week, I should say. It's so hard to do. But yeah, it's ReZero. One of the best stories ever told. This one ain't immersive, but it's fucking it's a trek. It's a job watching this one. Shout out to White Fox Studio. They've been working on another anime, so they haven't been working on this one. But rumor has it is that this one may be out either fall or winter of this year. So season 3 of ReZero, fall or winter this year. Look forward to that. Tail, what is your number 1?
Yo, bro, come on, man. You gonna let me say it at least? Can I say it?
Sure.
My number one is ReZero.
Oh, that's crazy. Nobody's surprised.
For all of the same reasons. But
great.
It literally is that it's a masterpiece, at least in my opinion.
100%.
This was the first isekai that had me sold on isekai is not a good idea. This show had me sold that isekai is not a good idea.
No,
but
you're right.
it had me sold on the world, the characters, everything. It's hard, and I think this is the only show that both Polo and I watched when we first did our podcast, when we first did our first top 5 that was in both of our top 5s.
Had no idea.
So this is a show that is clearly very special to both of us, and man, it has only gotten better with the season 2.
Yeah, it's
only gotten better.
It's something about this show that just it hasn't missed, man. It hasn't missed. I think it's the because it's the opposite. I guess like I said, it won't be that spoilery, but it's the opposite of something like Overlord or SAO. And I think the main character, Subaru, has the most character growth of any anime I think you have ever seen. I don't think there's many that change as much as he has throughout the course of a story. Mm-hmm. When it comes to just storytelling in general. So I don't think anything can beat ReZero for us being number 1, to be honest. But it's gonna be hard to top. And are you still doing the Wonder of Anime, right?
Yep. And I will be doing ReZero.
Yeah, so he's gonna be talking that one up on the Wonder of Anime. So make sure you check out the episode with Teliano. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Crystal says she has only watched 15 thus far, and remake our life was her 14th. You should get her to watch something like either Golden Time, that's close to Remake Our Life.
Scum's Wish.
Don't you fucking dare do that to that poor girl. Why would you even say that? You're a demon.
Ain't that one of your top 5 slice of life?
That's cap. No, it's not. It's not even close. It's not even close. I should do a top 5 genre list too. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. All right, so y'all heard our top 5, our top 10s. What are y'all's? Let's just get some chats. Top. Yeah. I know even if y'all want to just give us y'all top 5s. If you can do top 10s, top 3 would be nice. Yeah, just throw them in the chat while we discuss. Oh my God, the archivist says redo of Healer. Jesus, bro. Redo or Healer is something else. It's something else. All right, so while they prep their top 5s or 3s or 2s or whatever they want to do, how are you feeling about everything we've watched so far this season?
Oh man, so everything that I'm still watching is kind of crazy. It's all of it is either very good or it's like a continuation of just being good in general. And it is crazy in comparison to last season because like it is weirdly stacked that we just happen to have this season with all this like good stuff, and especially our sleepers, even like Hokkaido Gals this week.
Bro, oh my God, I keep forgetting. Hokkaido Gals was so good, man. It was. Was my gut check accurate from last week?
I mean, I think that we were both kind of in that same ballpark, yeah. Because like the main character, the main girl, she's too likable. She is like the perfect protagonist for this show. It's crazy how good she is.
And even the one we just met, she's also fantastic. Like she's just great. Like I can't wait to see where that goes. Oh my God, I hate that comes out on Monday. So again, by the time that the podcast listeners are listening to this episode 4 will be out. So like it's interesting. Okay, Christian says his number 5 is Konosuba. Konosuba is one I have in my list to watch. I've watched half of season 1 and didn't finish it. But that's when I had a busy life. I don't really have a busy life anymore. So Konosuba is definitely in my list, especially since there's a season 3 is coming out this year. So Konosuba is definitely in my list to try out. Wait, where did it go?
It's gone now. I don't see it.
He said, okay. Saphir, one of the Patreon producers. He says, not updated, but no order. Bakakeno. What the hell is that? Bakakeno Beck? Is that all one show? Bakakeno Beck.
Volcano, Beck Mongolian Chop Squad.
Yeah, what the heck is that?
Snafu, Sing Yesterday for Me, Soul Eater, Love and Lies, Blue Period, Masamune Kun's Revenge, which is, oh man.
Oh my really gosh, cool. Yes.
How to Raise a Boring GF and Remake Our Lives.
Wow, wait a minute. This list is different. I don't know what this Bakakeno is, whatever that is. Bakakeno Beck. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out. Sing Yesterday for Me. I think I talked about it on the show. Great show. Fantastic show. Soul Eater.
Fantastic show. Great show.
Yeah, don't ask Polo, because Polo will tell you the opposite. We did a long form rewatch of Soul Eater and I thought it stunk. It's just my thoughts, but
that's okay. That's fair.
Yeah, Love and Lies. I talked about that on the show. I have that one in my I have that manga in my manga reading list, because what happened is I watched the show and I picked up the manga because the manga was completely different, like as far as the ending goes. Love Lies ending stunk to me, but I love this show in its entirety up until the end. Blue Period, seeing Blue Period makes me so happy that is added to somebody's list. And Sophia, I'm not surprised it's Sophia's list. Sophia's list is great. How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. I think I've seen that one, but I got to look at the title. Or the cover art for it. Yes. Yep. Sakano. Yep. I did see this. Great show. Another great show. That's a great choice. And then Remake Our Lives, you're not missing with that at all. But Crystal says, I'm in the process of updating my top 10. I like Apothecary Diaries. Ooh, and it will end up there. You know what, Crystal?
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Another one of your sleepers that just bangs. But I'm kicking off with Reborn. Off that it used to be my number 3. Reborn used to be your number 3. So I heard they're remaking Reborn. Is that true, Crystal? Am I mistaken?
Hitman Reborn?
Yeah. Archivist says his is the Konosuba for number 5, Full Metal Alchemist for number 4. I was going to finish making the list, but I accidentally said saying number 3, the Monogatari series.
Let's go.
That's a good one. Number 2, Freerin, and number 1, Clannad. I like his list. I like his top 5. His top 5 is clean. Konosuba, I gotta watch. Full Metal, obviously, is a classic. You can't go wrong with there. Monogatari series started to become one of my favorite series too. I still have Awori Monogatari, and then Awori Monogatari season 2 to watch. Those are in my anime in progress list on my anime list.
I love that.
Fear says Soul Eater was my first real anime. Which Cat Girl was amazing? Christian says. Crystal says I heard nothing, but it needs one. I really thought I heard somebody remaking Reborn. I should Google that.
I want to watch Reborn so bad, but I always get to like that first training arc. That's like 20 episodes in. I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch because when I started it, I was like, I don't know if time didn't age this well.
Yeah.
So if they remake it, I'll be all done. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I agree. I want to watch it because it reminds me of Fighting Food Arts in the beginning.
Yeah, same. What the fuck? I had that same thought. I'm like, I don't know. CJ or Kyle Wolf says top 3 as of late in no specific order is Hell's Paradise, Shangri-La Frontier, and the Sengoku Nightblood. Let me look at what Sengoku Nightblood is. I
definitely feel like this is one of Shangri-La's stronger episodes so far.
To talk about it, yeah, you're right. It is one of the Shangri-La's stronger episodes. The problem is the episode is about technically 8 minutes long. So that's the problem with this most recent episode of Shangri-La that pisses me off. Okay, here it is. Of course, it's swords. Why did I even have to look this up? It's CJ. Of course, it's going to be swords. Yeah, I'm a doofus. 12 episodes. They all throwing hands with swords. That's a duh. Semi Sensei, Semi keep telling us to rewatch Air Gear, bro.
Yeah, I got it pulled up for the manga right now.
Air Gear is fantastic. I don't know if I need to rewatch it, but his number 1 is Air Gear. His number 2 is One Piece. His number Hitman Reborn. S Cried.
Yeah, I ain't seen that one in a long time.
Yeah, me either. That's interesting. Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works. You're not losing there either, Semi. That's a good list. That's a great list. Top 5. Dude. S Cried. I haven't seen. Oh, I don't have. I'm stupid. I don't have any list pulled up. My fault, y'all. I thought I had it pulled up. 2001.
Okay. Crystal said, I've been attempting to rewatch. This rewatch is why I'm taking it off my top 10. I love certain arcs only cause. But it's like, I feel you. It's like if I can't get through the first 20 episodes, oh man, it makes me feel like how I felt. Not it's not as bad as Fairy Tail, but
no, God, no, not even close.
I wanted to turn off Fairy Tail after like 3 episodes. I was like, I don't know why I'm watching this.
Dude, every time somebody bring up Megalobox, I want to fucking puke. I hate that. No, of course I didn't. I forced myself to watch season 1 and I hated it.
Season 2 is better.
Season 2 was okay. All right, that's good to know because that first season was garbage, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, CJ. You know
it was more story oriented.
I think season 1 was so garbage because I watched Hajime no Ippo right before. I think that was the reason why I hated it. Yeah, because Hajime it was great. It was so good that I'm like, this Megalobox shit is fucking, it's garbage.
All right, our boys,
QP, baby, Kaiba, Trigun, Air Gear, Bleach. Let's go. I like Bleach being in there. He says, man, season 2 is that much better, huh? I'm glad Trigun is in there for somebody too. I love Trigun. Did you see the new Trigun, QP?
That new Trigun was something else too.
It was fucking insanely good.
That production value was amazing.
Insanely good. They got both Triguns here? Yeah, they do. Trigun to Stampede. This joint right here. Never top. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we're not even comparing them like that.
No, for sure. You can't compare them. That's not fair. That's cheating. The first 20 to 25 episodes of Reborn hurt to watch.
That's the worst. That's the worst. That's because terrible. It's like I gotta suffer. I gotta suffer, and then right when I get to the point where I feel like I'm suffering the most, that's where it gets good. After that,
you didn't like the animation of Trigun Stampede? Wow, that's crazy. It is Uncanny Valley, but it's Uncanny Valley to where it looks motion captured, and I love it. I fucking love this. This show was so good. It was so good. Shout out to the Air. You're gonna have Air Gear fans everywhere, Semi, because it's a great show. Mm-hmm. It's a great show.
Is the manga different, or is it the same story?
It gotta be the same, right?
Not necessarily. You know how they do manga and anime adaptations.
You spitting. I'm fixing the screen real quick because I'm about to show y'all my entire watch list for my Anilist here. There we go. This is my watch list that I'm watching this season alone. So as you can see, there's a lot of shows here. And these are just about the same shows Taylor watching too. I would assume, right? Except for One Piece, he's not watching One Piece. But I'm still doing my One Piece journey. I'm at 759 right now. I'm stuck, obviously, because how the fuck am I gonna watch One Piece when I got all of this to watch? You know, but
it's crazy.
I'm only 759 in. I know it gets good at 1,000 or whatever, but no, I'm just playing. I love One Piece. I'm a One Piece fan now. Truly. But this is some of the stuff you can watch. So I don't know if you have one of these profiles, QP, but this is, and you too, CJ. I suggest everybody get an Anilist profile. Okay, if you never made one before, get one and follow both me and Tel, and then you can actually see the stuff we watch. When you go to our profiles, you can actually see all the stuff we watch, and this is a good way of just finding anime to watch. So it's a great way of just keeping track of everything too. Like I've been keeping track with this since we started, right? Since we started the podcast.
Right. And like Polo said, like people like Crystal, this is how he finds his guaranteed wins for his sleeper picks. He just follow whatever Crystal follows.
That's crazy. We just happen to have the same test. But as you can see, when you go through the activity log, you can see the people you follow. Like Dad Needs to Talk. Shout out to Dad Needs to Talk podcast. Great show, by the way. You can find everything that he watched. Like, oh, that show looks dope. I'm going to go ahead and click it. And then what's also dope about this is that when you own the profile of the show you're checking out, for example, Solo Leveling, you can go ahead and go scroll all the way down to the very bottom, and it tells you where you can watch it. It shows you all the locations you can watch it. And then what you do is you just click Crunchyroll, and it links you right to the show. Boom, Solo Leveling. You can just hit play and go from there. Obviously, I watch Solo Leveling, which is a fantastic show. Great show. But yeah, that's how we keep track of all the anime we watch. And it's so much shit out there. We do I should have did it at the beginning of the podcast. I don't know why I didn't. But this podcast is all about seasonal anime. Seasonal anime, we keep track with all of it seasonal, and we also do reviews and shit too. Our reviews, I think, are top tier. I'm gonna just say it. We have a nice little review system that kind of averages out the show's score really well. So make sure y'all check out one of our reviews. You could just go to mycheckwaifu.com/reviews to see some of the shows we reviewed. But Anilist is truly one of the most special sites ever, because not only do you have the shows that's currently airing, you can see when they air. So for example, episode 4, Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy, a dope show so far. You can see that it's airing in 8 hours. So tomorrow it'll be airing. And then when it airs, it has this little red symbol under it to know that, hey, you're missing new episodes to mark. And you can just mark it and you can go from there. Not a sponsor, by the way. Yeah. Dude, Anilist is so good. Anilist is godsend, I swear. I need to update my Anilist. And if those people who use my anime list if you ever use my anime list, you can always import your list from my anime list into Anilist, just like this. You just import list, you download the file from my anime list, and you drag and drop it here, and boom, everything that you've watched will be transferred over to Anilist. It's fucking great. It's so great. These are my anime in progress. These are all anime that's completed that I still need to continue to watch. Like you got Tokyo Revengers.
Update my top 10.
Season 2. Oh yeah. Put them hearts in there. But Tel's profile isn't as fleshed out. But let's go to Tel's profile. Let's take a look at what he got going on over there.
I'm trying to expose me or nothing.
Don't get exposed. Look at that.
I got 200 anime.
That is not true.
Currently being watched.
He got one anime in his top 10 right now, and that's My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu Climax.
I'm working on it.
Oh yeah, plus you can have it private too. Yeah, there's some stuff you might not want people to see. That's true.
The hentais.
You can put all your hentai in here. Wait, can you really?
I don't know.
I'm about to look up a hentai. They do. That's crazy. They do got that's crazy as hell. Oh man, that's crazy. I didn't know they had a hentai here. Oh shit. You ain't finished Saint? No, I'm waiting for it to be dubbed and done. Is it? This is 2. Is it dubbed? Is this whole thing dubbed already? It is. That's getting. Wait, is this season 1? Yeah, season 2. Yeah, this is getting finished ASAP. It's getting finished ASAP. What'd you say, Simi? I might have to start adding my hentai. Wait. I did. It's right here. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I gotta set this to private. Hold on. Wait.
You wild, bro.
Oh man. My god. Let me go ahead and set that to private. Don't nobody need to see that I watched Bible Black, man, a couple of times. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That don't even count.
I don't even count. I only seen it like 4 times. Oh, it's still there. What do I do? There it is.
What the heck, bro?
Bro really put him with the Come on, bro. That ain't never happened, man. You can't prove it. Where's Semi Sensei profile? Crystal profile I know is updated. She does really well. Look at her. Clean profile. Wait, is this true? Is this your top 10 right here? We got Crystal's top 10 right here. Okay, here it is. Saki and Maya. Of course, you got her boys love in here. Kuroko's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
K, okay. I already know K is K is in her top 10. We got World Trigger. World Trigger, I heard it was fire. I still haven't watched World Trigger. I hear a lot about it though. Snow White with the red hair. Great show, by the way. Free, not for me. Moriarty and the Patriot. I heard this is a good show. Not for me though. Fruits Basket, 2019 specifically. Great show. Bungo Stray Dog. Top. Yo. CJ. QP. If y'all haven't seen Bungo Stray Dogs, watch it. Y'all will both love it. Y'all would both love Bungo Stray Dogs. I promise to God y'all will. Watch Bungo Stray Dogs. Hey. CJ just said he just followed us. Here they go. Simi just not. Come on, Simi, man. What is this, bro? Solo level in the air gear. We got to get your list together, bro. Shout out to Simi the GOAT, man. Simi the GOAT. Let's see here. Let's go. Wait, how do you go back to notifications again? There it is. TJ gonna get his together. Oh, you read it? You read Bungo? Oh my God, Bungo is goated.
It is. It's another masterpiece kind of series.
Absolutely goated. You got to watch Golden Time. All these plans to watch this, you got to get them watched. You got to get them watched, Simi. He all down the list. You ain't watched 7 Time Loop, man. We got to get Simi to give Simi some time off. All right.
Simi doesn't work too much.
Yeah, that boy be busy. All right, man. Any other top 10s? No? Top 5s? Top 3s? All right, well, we're going to take this quick break, and when we come back, we're just going to talk about whatever we want. Anime, not anime, video games, whatever. So, yeah, we'll be right back after these. I'm muted. And welcome Black to episode 238 of Mic Check Waifu. Sorry, I was muted. This is normally where we do spoiler talk, where we talk about anime to spoil. But when we do our live episodes, we like to just talk to the chat, answer any questions, or talk about whatever we want. Christian just said thanks. He gave me a congrats for everything that I mentioned on the after story. If you're not supporting our Patreon for $1 or above, you don't get access to the after story. So I can't tell you what that congratulations is for, but just make sure you check out the after story and learn what's going on in our personal lives. So yes. Anyway, Tail, how you feeling, brother? We back, man. How you feel about that first half?
That was great. Now that y'all know a little bit more about us, if you didn't already know. But yeah, man, it was much needed to update those lists a little bit.
Literally a little bit.
But I definitely feel like, like we said, come about 8 weeks from now, that list might change even more. But that's why it kind of feels important that we do this every once in a while. So next time, even if we just do a top 5 again, that little update is still gonna be relevant.
What I like about reintroductions is that besides the fact that all the new people can just come in here and understand who we are and what we're about, well, what we're about, I think it's refreshing. You know, it's even refreshing for us as podcasters, because sometimes when I'm doing an episode, I'm like, damn, but what if somebody new is listening to this episode? Would they be able to like just join us?
Right.
And that's the question, J. Cole. I know you're probably listening to this later. That's the question I got for J. Cole. How was it just picking it up? Because he picked it up at the start of the winter season. Coming in from like just a new perspective, not knowing Polo or Tel, and just listening to us. How did it feel? You know what I mean? Like I don't know that yet. Because when we do a decent job of like kind of letting people know what it's about, right? But it's kind of hard to tell. Shout out to Crystal. She says weakest tamer pickups trash. Why did you recommend this sad but great show? That's it, because it's exactly that. It's great though. It's great.
And so if y'all don't know anything about Polo, just know that he
what?
He's a sadistic person.
That's crazy.
Who will have you watch things that break your heart. That's just who he is. Look at his face.
It's not intentional. I didn't even know it was gonna break our heart until this most recent episode dropped.
But what about Kanad, bro?
That's different.
I still got it out for you for that.
That's different. Yeah, Kanad is different.
I wish there was a show I watched that'll break your heart. I'd be like, oh yeah, Polo, you gotta watch this. You know what you set me up for.
Another Patreon producer, Saphir, he says, we'll finish the episode on podcast form. It was fun kicking it with y'all. Have a great stream. Thanks, brother. We appreciate you as always, man. That's love. Yeah, it's not even about it being straight sad. What it is the fact that it can evoke emotions out of two people who are relatively tough, I think is what makes it so great, right? Like I don't consider myself to be a crier, like ever,
yeah,
hardly. Like
I don't have nothing against crying. I just don't normally do it.
Me either. Yeah, and it's again nothing against crying at all, but when something evokes sadness that makes me want to shed that thug tear, it has to be good, because that means I'm that invested. I.e., for example, Yakuza. That shit had me, man. It had me. It broke me. Probably because I played all 8 games up until this most recent one. And that scene, though, something about that scene, and mostly because it had to do with kids, was rough. It was rough. Check out After Story if you want to know what I'm talking about. Anima says, I'm finally getting out of my funk, so getting back to seasonal anime and reading manga. What anime do you guys recommend from last year at the top of your head? Ooh, god damn, what a great question, Bash. What a great question, bro.
What was it? Hold on. What anime do you recommend from
last year?
Oshinoko.
Easy. That's a good one.
I guess technically Frieren and Apothecary Diaries.
What's the married one?
Galaxy Next Door?
No, the married one.
Oh, from Netflix?
No. What's it fucking called? Somebody know what I call it. What it's called?
More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers.
More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers. That's it. Tell got it. Hey, shout out to CJ updating his Anilist profile a little bit. Clean. He does. You do stream, right? Tekken sometimes. Make sure you get that updated. Get you guys look clean. Of course, his favorite character in Tekken is Pow.
Right. Straight hands, no talking.
Straight hands, no talking.
But talking about games, right, bro? Power World.
Oh yeah. They got the industry in the chokehold right now.
I swear to God, though, it's crazy.
So as a Pokemon fanatic, how do you feel about Power World? What is your thoughts on that?
I wish I had more time to play it. 100%. Especially following up what I feel like was actually a very successful Pokemon game. In terms of like the DLC stuff was really interesting. I'm not talking about the totality of the game. They could have done better, but with the DLC and everything and how the story came out, I thought that was great. But Power World, in terms of just fun, yeah, bro, I'll turn that on anytime and just play. 100%.
Yeah, I got the game on a chokehold.
It's crazy, and I feel like the Pokemon companies gonna have such a hard time with them. They're gonna be like, man, I want to sue them, but what can I do?
There's something that I saw somebody say. It was a lawyer who knows the Japanese law. He said that there's nothing they could do because if they could, they would have already done it. Because the trademark laws in Japan are way more loose or way more strict than they are in America. So because that studio that made Power World is Japan based, if they were going to get sued or if anything was going to happen, it would have been done already. So because so everything that everybody's complaining about, sorry, you're complaining for really nothing, because I know somebody who's a very big Pokemon fan and he plays it. So like, there ain't nothing y'all can tell me out there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And you know how much I love Pokemon.
I do.
Literally, but the game, I'm looking at the game like I can see it, but it's like, what can they say, bro? This game is fun. And then as a Pokemon company, you gotta be a little distraught because your fan base is getting something that they've been asking for, and that's just literally open world. Do whatever you want to.
It ain't even. I don't even think
out as Pokemon.
It's just quality. We just want something quality for once. Like we don't. I'm so fucking sick of getting. I mean, it's not that I'm sick of it. I like the innovation they did with Arceus and it was the latest Pokemon joint, but it just ran like dookie. It's complete shit. Like
it's because they won't put it on a worthwhile console.
Yes, like give it to me on PC. I got this $4,000 PC that I can't play Pokemon on. Like, and Power World is taking over that. Like it's nothing now. Like I don't, whatever. Outside of Power World though, Enshrouded is the best survival game I've ever played ever. I'm gonna just say that now.
I was watching that too, and that looked great.
It's because it's mostly like RPG, and then that's what I love the most. Anima says I don't even see the Pokemon. I feel like it was more Digimon, but I see the Pokemon look. But Digimon carry guns. That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I see the Pokemon designs. He meant okay. And then CJ and QP on here talking about. QP said, "CJ, you ain't trying to see me on COD, dude. I haven't played a COD probably since I played with QP. Fucking what? Black Ops fucking 3. I don't like a real COD multiplayer for real, like invested type shit."
CJ just said off subject, but rumor is Ryu Hayabusa is coming to Tekken 8. And hear me out, Ryu Hayabusa is a true demon. That's crazy. If he's in Tekken, that's gonna be they're gonna have him straight up with Yoshimitsu hands, straight hands, and everything else he got in his repertoire.
If I remember correctly, because it's been so long since between Tekken 7 and Tekken 8 that I even know the story of Tekken 7 because I played it back in the day. Was it Hibachi dead? Is that his name? Isn't he gone?
Yeah, Heihachi.
Heihachi, that's his name. Isn't he dead? But wasn't he like the mainstay?
He's the daddy of everybody.
Yeah. Isn't he dead? CJ, tell me. If he wasn't doing last minute homework.
I actually don't think he in Tekken 8 though at all.
Mm. That's interesting. I kind of want to do the story mode now.
Yeah,
At least
I think he is dead.
Tekken's story was the best fighting game story ever.
I've heard great things about the story from Tekken 8 already.
I might have to. I don't play fighting games no more though. Yeah. Last fighting game I played was Mortal Kombat, like Mortal Kombat was versus DC, the first one back in PlayStation.
Yeah, that's crazy. We was in high school still.
Yeah. I mean, I think I got Mortal Kombat in my Steam. Let me pull up Steam.
Yeah, I think last time I played a fighting game, CJ couldn't beat me.
So was that like
Tekken 7?
Yeah, I got Mortal Kombat X, but I played 4 hours of it. So never mind. Mortal Kombat X was the last fighting game I played. But I think Tekken is a better fighting game than Mortal Kombat, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, it's an actual fighting game. Mortal Kombat.
Shit.
Shit. It's not the same Mortal Kombat in an actual fighting game. I'm saying though, like Mortal Kombat was built off a different structure than Tekken.
CJ said, QP said I can get shitted on in fighting games. I know that's right. Same, bro. Same. And then CJ said, that's how I feel about COD. That's crazy. Man, y'all gonna make me turn on my PlayStation. Get this COD.
Turning on PlayStation, end up playing Spider-Man.
Yep, Spider-Man 2, because I still ain't beat that. It's really sad how my PlayStation is really just a paperweight.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's just right here, just chilling.
Should have just got a computer.
That's how I feel, to be honest. Because everything that I can play on PlayStation, I just buy it on my computer and fuck it.
And that's what I tell people that all the time. Why would I buy an Xbox? That's stupid. I'd rather buy a PlayStation. I was like, yeah, if I'm going to buy any console, I'm going to buy a PlayStation. But why not just buy a computer and have both?
Might as well have both.
Do both.
It's wild. It's wild.
The only reason would be to play Spider-Man or certain other games.
Mm-hmm.
But like, just do both.
All right, Tel, what is... Let me see here. I think that's it, right? We good. Anybody else got any questions to say?
Yeah.
Let's see if anybody got any questions in the chat. If not, we're going to wrap this joint up. I feel like we just came back from break, but it's been 44 minutes.
Yeah. Well, 44 minutes. It ain't been that long.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because I looked at the time we took the break, which is an hour ago, which was 44 minutes ago, yeah. Wow. Bro, please do. Yo, you cross over, you let me know. CJ just said you can play on Tekken on that $4,000 PC and run them hands.
Bro, the issue is that you don't want that problem. He had a $4,000 PC. What you think he gonna do? He gonna get a bot that beats you every single time.
I'm gonna get an AI to play on. It's gonna be that's specifically tailored to beat CJ. I'm gonna take all his footage. I'm gonna run it through an AI generator, and this is play him, and it's gonna specifically just play you and beat you. I'm gonna be sitting there like this. Yeah, CJ, I'm in orange tier or whatever the tiers are in that shit.
Red tier.
Anima says, I got a question. Do you guys think you will move live streams more often than weekly recordings? No, I don't think so. I mean, because if I'm a stream, it's going to be on my Twitch. Like that's literally my job. So Twitch is where I'm supposed to be making my money, even though I haven't streamed in a while. But shout out to my homies who support me. But Twitch is where I would stream if I do anything like that. As far as like the podcast stuff, how can I explain it? Our thing is this. I guess it's the perfect time to do this during a reintroduction. Is we like to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Tell you know the word I'm looking for.
Authentic.
Yes, or
organic.
Organic. Yes. Rare. rare even, you know? We like for stuff to be special. So if we just like water ourselves down with weekly or just streams and streams and streams over during the week, it's not going to have the same effect as our once a month stream. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just our once a month streams are like, it's special. It's an event, you know? Right. It's kind of like, well, I hope that makes sense. It probably don't make sense, but CJ, refresh the stream because I think you're behind by like an hour. But he says, yeah, Haya is officially dead, but we learned a lot. We learned we learned he had a whole daughter.
Yeah.
I know CJ do. Tell does once in every red moon.
Red moon.
QP just asked if we stream. Sorry, podcast listener. I'm normally really good at this, reading off the people who's talking in the chat and then answering it because the podcast listeners are like, yo, who the fuck are they talking to? But
oh yeah, he definitely behind. Still talking about me beating him in Tekken.
Definitely hasn't felt that long.
I played too. It's funny.
Yeah, okay, Adama, you get it. I think you get it, Vash. I think you get it more so than most would, but I think that makes sense. Yeah, CJ behind as hell.
He about 30 minutes behind. Oh man.
Oh shit.
All right.
Well, Tell, you know what I like?
What's that, bro?
This live stream, it went well. But you also know what else I like?
What else?
When people follow me on Twitter, I'm at Polo Born Fly on all social media.
I'm at King Teliano on all social media.
You can follow our social media is at Mike Check Waifu on Twitter, Instagram. No, you can follow our socials at Mike Check Waifu on Twitter and at Mike Check Waifu on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And as always, Mike check.
We out here.
Bye.
And we'll see CJ in 30 minutes when he catch up to the chat.
Later.
You're now tuned into Mike Check Waifu. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you?